Buckle up, them, because the reality TV streets are on fire tonight, and we've got all the mess you live for. Let's go. First up, Cara thought she was serving sultry bachata vibes in lace and heels, but fans say it's giving red flag. They're calling the video embarrassing, marriage-ending, and even Dollar Tree drama. Is Cara reinventing herself or just spiraling for clout? Meanwhile, Big Ed now seems to be dating a familiar face from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, and it is none other than Vanja Gbric. And speaking of catastrophic, Darcey Silva just delivered the most viral moment of her season, thanks to one acrylic nail gone rogue. Fans couldn't unsee it. Memes exploded, and suddenly the anniversary party plotline got hijacked by a single busted manicure. Classic Silva chaos. Next, Jennifer Tarazona is living in her villain era, honey. Fresh off her messy triangle with Cole and Rob, she's now spotted vibing with Tiffany's ex, Rocky, at a concert. Breakup confirmed, new couple alerts, or just another stunt in the chase for the spotlight. But the real internet's conspiracy theory, Gino and Jasmine. Fans swear TLC isn't filming reality anymore. They're running a social experiment. From clone jokes to telenovela meltdowns, people think the chaos is scripted to test how much dysfunction we'll tolerate. And spoiler? We're still watching. And finally, Julia versus the in-laws. A surprise party for her visiting parents turned into a boundary-breaking nightmare, with Betty accused of hijacking Julia's family time. Add in ongoing meddling over kids and marriage, and fans are chanting one thing loud and clear: Betty, step back. All right, cue that title card. Let's dive into Cara's Bachata Backlash. Is Cara chasing her dreams or just dancing her way into disaster? A brand new bachata video featuring Cara has set social media ablaze, sparking accusations of cultural disrespect, dragging her divorce back into the spotlight, and igniting meme wars across Reddit and TikTok. When Cara dropped her latest project, fans expected sultry Latin passion. What they got instead? A storm of criticism that hit harder than the baseline. The video shows Cara in a sheer black lace outfit, flanked by dancers some fans labeled the Bad Boys crew, moving to what she promoted as a bachata track. But viewers weren't buying it. Within hours, the comment section was flooded. One viral response called it, quote, "not real bachata, just embarrassing cosplay." Another slammed her for allegedly ruining her marriage just to make dumb content. The digs didn't stop at the choreography. Many critics revisited Cara's recent divorce, saying she left a husband who tried to provide, only to chase a music career that looks Dollar Tree drama instead of artistry. One sharp quip on Reddit summed it up brutally. Imagine leaving your marriage for this. But amid the dragging, a few voices rallied behind Cara. Supporters argued she has every right to explore her creativity, even if the execution is messy. Some praised her confidence, saying the campy, over-the-top vibe was part of the charm. It's bold, it's different, and it takes guts, one fan defended, pointing out that Cara's willingness to put herself out there is more than most people would ever dare. Of course, the memes kept the discourse alive. Redditors compared the production quality to low-budget soap operas, while others roasted the choreography as bachata in name only. One particularly savage take claimed the whole thing looked like an audition tape for a TLC spinoff rather than a real music project. So, where does that leave Cara? Her reputation is hanging in the balance. For her, this could either be a bold step into a new career chapter or the latest entry in a string of public missteps that keep her more meme than musician. Some speculate the drama might even be strategic. After all, in the world of reality TV alums, any buzz, good or bad, means people are still talking. And let's not forget the personal dimension. For fans who followed her on 90 Day Fiancé, Cara's arc was all about building a stable marriage, blending cultures, and carving out a life with her husband. Now, to see her doubling down on solo ventures with provocative videos feels like whiplash. Is this Cara 2.0, the unapologetic performer? Or is it Cara caught in a cycle of cloud-chasing projects that fuel controversy but never quite land? Stick around because the reality circus isn't slowing down yet. Wait till you see Big Ed's latest viral moment. He's teamed up with Vanja, and let's just say the dance moves are shopping for all the wrong reasons. Here's what went down. Vanja Gbric, who fans remember from her storyline with Bojo, shared a cheeky Instagram video featuring herself and none other than Big Ed. The clip shows Vanja dancing effortlessly, hips swaying in rhythm, while Ed crouches low like he's prepping for a breakdance move or maybe tying his shoelaces. And then it happened. Big Ed actually attempted to twerk. Viewers couldn't look away. Vanja captioned the post with a playful dig. "I try to spread my love for dance everywhere I go. My latest victim, Big Ed." She even joked about his future in belly dancing, asking her followers if he's got what it takes. The responses? Instant firestorm. Fans flooded the comments, some screaming, "Run, Vanja, run!" while others admitted the unexpected pairing was bizarrely entertaining. One user cracked, "I didn't have Big Ed belly dancing on my 2025 bingo card." Another deadpanned, "Some things cannot be unseen." Beyond the laughs, eagle-eyed viewers picked up on the duo's chemistry. Ed and Vanja looked comfortable, even flirty, with Vanja grinning as Ed gamely shook his body. Fans quickly spun theories. Is this just harmless fun, or is Big Ed actually dating Vanja? After all, Ed has a history of headline-grabbing romances, and Vanja has kept herself in the TLC orbit. Together, they'd be a tabloid match made in reality TV heaven. But not everyone's buying it. Skeptics argue this is just another Ed stunt designed to keep his name trending. Remember, Ed's entire 90-day journey has been punctuated by meme-worthy antics, from mayonnaise hair masks to tear-soaked breakups. For some, this dance video is just the next chapter in the saga. Anything for attention. Keep it locked, because the wild details don't end there. Coming up, Darcey Silva proves that sometimes the tiniest things grab the biggest spotlight. Yes, we're talking about one single nail that broke the internet. It all started during what was supposed to be a heartfelt call between Darcy and her sister Stacy. The focus should have been on family, love, and the upcoming anniversary party, but the internet had other plans. As Darcy lifted her phone, cameras zoomed just close enough for eagle-eyed fans to spot the nail. Long, bent, and oddly crooked, it looked less like a beauty statement and more like a DIY prop from a haunted house. The reaction was instant. Screenshots flooded Reddit and Twitter within minutes. One user posted, "Forget the storyline. Can we talk about that nail?" Another joked, "Is it trying to escape?" Fans couldn't believe producers left the shot in. Some speculated it was a shady move by the editing team, purposely zooming in to stir chaos. Others argued it was a genuine slip-up, proof that even reality stars can't keep their glam perfect 24/7. Either way, the internet had its headline. The roasting was merciless. "Wouldn't a short, clear nail have been better?" asked one commenter. Another suggested she should have just switched hands to hide the damage. A popular meme compared Darcy's bent acrylic to a bent straw, racking up thousands of likes. But not all reactions were cruel. A handful of fans admitted the moment was relatable. After all, who hasn't had a chipped or broken nail at the worst possible time? One defender wrote, "Darcy stays messy, but this time I kind of felt her pain." Still, because it's the Silva twins, even the tiniest detail spirals into spectacle. Darcy and Stacy have built their entire brand on being glam yet chaotic, polished yet raw, and this nail moment fit the formula perfectly. In a show where storylines are carefully staged, sometimes the biggest headlines come from the smallest, unplanned details. The irony, which should have been a scene about family and love, turned into a viral nailgate. And maybe that's the secret to the twins' staying power. They're not just serving scripted drama, they're serving authenticity, sometimes unintentionally, but always in a way that keeps viewers glued. And just when you think we're done with messy love stories, don't touch that dial. Coming up, Jennifer Tarazona is back in her villain era, ditching Cole, cozying up to Rocky, and shocking fans with a brand new romance twist. Jennifer Tarazona just won't stay out of the headlines. After her fiery arc on 90 Day Fiancé Hunt for Love, where she juggled Cole and Rob before picking Cole at the tell-all, only for that relationship to seemingly fizzle, she's back with yet another twist. Over the weekend, Jen posted a series of snaps from the Common Kings outdoor concert. She looked glowing, carefree, and very much in her element. But the real jaw-dropper came in a short clip of her dancing and laughing with none other than Rocky, Tiffany Franco's ex. Yep, the same Rocky who's been connected to Tiffany's post-show journey. Jen captioned it, "The best moments happen without planning so much, and with the people who unexpectedly come into our lives." Fans instantly latched on. Was this just friendly fun or the start of a full-blown fling? The clues are piling up. Jen and Cole no longer follow each other on Instagram, and there haven't been any joint updates since the show wrapped. Meanwhile, her energy with Rocky feels flirty and fresh. The fandom response? Predictably chaotic. On Reddit, one user snarked, "She's going to work her way through the entire cast till she gets that visa." Another chimed in with less subtle shade, "Protect Rocky from herpes. Her gift keeps giving." Brutal. Others, though, are eating up Jen's unapologetic approach. After all, she's never shied away from being called a villain. Some fans actually praised her for leaning into the label, dubbing her the ultimate chaos agent who makes the franchise impossible to look away from. It also raises questions about Jen's pattern. She dazzled with Rob, stirred controversy with Cole, and now here comes Rocky. Is she chasing genuine connection, or is she chasing the spotlight? Either way, she's succeeding at one thing, staying in the conversation long after her season wrapped. And it's not just speculation. The chemistry with Rocky looked undeniable. Laughing, dancing, swaying to the music, like two people who'd known each other far longer than a weekend. Even casual fans admitted the vibe was electric, whether it's romantic or not. But this isn't happening in a vacuum. Tiffany Franco's name has been dragged back into the discourse since Rocky is her ex. Fans are now buzzing about potential awkward encounters, possible shade, and whether Tiffany will speak out. As one commenter joked, "This cast is starting to date in circles like a reality show version of musical chairs." Lover or hater, Jen knows how to keep herself relevant. And by the looks of it, she's not about to apologize for living her best villain life. Stick around, because if you thought Jen was messy, wait till you see what Gino and Jasmine are serving. Fans are convinced TLC isn't even filming reality anymore, but running a full-blown social experiment with these two. For months, viewers have been glued to Gino and Jasmine's roller coaster, but lately, the vibe has shifted from messy relationship drama to full-blown performance art. On Reddit, one viral post summed it up. "We're no longer watching reality TV, we're watching a TLC science project." It's easy to see why. Jasmine's blow-ups feel like monologues ripped from a telenovela, while Gino plays the bumbling sidekick written to drive fans crazy. Their arguments recycle the same beats: betrayal, tears, reconciliation, repeat. And yet, instead of turning off the show, audiences are hooked harder than ever. Some fans are even floating clone theories. No joke, people swear Gino seems like a different person this season, acting out of character, almost like a swap-in. Meanwhile, Jasmine's over-the-top reactions have folks asking if she's forgotten which script she's in. The running joke, TLC isn't filming real relationships anymore. They're producing viral content factories. As one commenter nailed it, the plot doesn't need to make sense. The drama is the product. And judging by social media buzz, it's working. TikTok clips of Jasmine screaming rack up hundreds of thousands of views. Memes comparing Gino to sitcom characters go viral overnight. Twitter threads debate whether producers are trolling us by dangling Gino and Jasmine's chaos like bait. One tweet that blew up read, "We're not rooting for love. We're hate watching, and TLC knows it." It also taps into something bigger, reality TV's evolution. Back in the day, these shows sold us on fairy tale endings and love against the odds. Now, it's about dysfunction, spectacle, and how far fans will go before tapping out. In the words of one Redditor, we complain every week about how fake it feels, then line up for the next episode. That's the test, and we're failing it proudly. And maybe that's why Gino and Jasmine keep getting extended storylines. They're not the couple we watch to cheer for. They're the couple we watch to roast. Their chaos is the algorithm's dream fuel. Behind the laughter, though, there's real unease. Some fans wonder what toll this constant cycle of fights and reconciliations takes on the cast emotionally. Others think TLC doesn't care. As long as the chaos trends, the cameras keep rolling. And just when you thought the chaos couldn't get any messier, keep it locked. Next up, Julia's family reunion turned into a full-blown battle with Betty and Ron, and fans are picking sides in the mother-in-law war. Here's what went down. Julia's parents, after years apart, finally flew in from overseas to spend precious time with their daughter. It should have been an intimate reunion, a chance for Julia to soak in long-missed family moments. But instead, Betty and Ron staged a surprise party in Julia's home without asking her first. On paper, it sounds sweet. In practice, it was a disaster. Julia was exhausted, her parents were jet-lagged, and instead of quiet family bonding, she got a loud event hijacked by her in-laws. Fans immediately called foul. One viral Reddit comment read, "If Julia had pulled the same stunt in Betty's house, the backlash would be nuclear." That's the heart of the issue. Boundaries. Julia felt her moment was stolen, and viewers agree. The majority saw Betty's move not as thoughtful, but as overstepping. One fan said it best, "A party is fine, but not at the expense of Julia's wishes. This was about control, not kindness." And this isn't an isolated moment. Betty has a track record of inserting herself into Julia's choices, from home decisions to reproductive plans. Yes, fans are furious that Betty keeps pressing Julia about children, a topic many feel is private and invasive. The debate has spiraled into something bigger than just a party. For many viewers, it's about cultural respect. Julia, navigating her own traditions and personal limits, deserves space. Instead, Betty and Ron's insistence turned a milestone into what one commenter bluntly called a power play disguised as hospitality. Meanwhile, a small group of fans defended Betty, saying her intentions were good and that she wanted to honor Julia's parents. But even they admit the timing was off. One sympathetic Redditor wrote, "The idea was sweet, but the execution was tone deaf." Julia, for her part, hasn't backed down. Clips show her asserting herself, even at the risk of being labeled ungrateful. Fans are cheering her on for standing firm. One Twitter post that went viral read, "Julia setting boundaries isn't rude, it's survival." This storyline has tapped into something deeply relatable. Who hasn't felt smothered by family overreach? Who hasn't had to choose between keeping the peace and protecting their space? Julia's frustration resonates beyond the TLC bubble. It's sparking conversations about autonomy, respect, and where love ends and control begins. In the end, what should have been a celebration exposed long-brewing tensions. Julia wants her marriage, her home, and her body to be hers. Meanwhile, Betty seems unwilling or unable to step back. And fans are left asking, how many times can Julia say enough before someone finally listens? This is Paper Highlighter, where the tea is always hot and the shade never ends. Stay fabulous, fam.